Hey, it's Transformers 96 here with another review. This time we have the Star Wars Black Series Jabba Skiff Guard. This is figure number 27 in this new Black Series 3¾ inch line. And here you are. So yeah, so overall, I'm a big fan of Jabba. Whenever a guard comes out, no matter if I really could care less about that guard, I'll get it because I just really like to have a nice display with, all of his guards and stuff. So overall, this was a must-have for me. I was able to find it at a comic shop right outside of Universal Studios and picked it up there. So very happy to see it. Some of these Black Series figures can be hard to find. I don't particularly see this one being a very hard one to find. I just think that it's going to take a while for regular stores like Toys R Us and Target to actually put this new wave in stores. So that's why I was definitely happy to find it and not have to try to hunt it down. So yeah. Overall, the box, really do love the new style of box. So like I said, it's very simple, but it's very elegant and really gives off more of an adult collector feel rather than a child's, toy. So I really do like that a lot. As you can see, the name is just Jabba Skiff Guard. Pretty surprising. There isn't even a name of the race of character or alien. Typically, they'll do that, even if there isn't like a specific name for the character, but they didn't do it on this one. As you can see, you do have a little bio. It really just says a bio for a Skiff Guard and not so much this guy, because I believe that they're all kind of considered Skiff. I'm not sure. They actually, thinking about it, Skiff might be the alien's name. I'm not quite sure, but overall, really neat. I don't remember this guy in the movie at all. I haven't watched it in a little while, but I definitely do not remember this alien, so I think that this is a very much a background alien. Some of the other ones that have figures, even if they're not in the movie for very long, I can still, kind of remember seeing them in the movie. This one, not so much at all. I really don't remember at all. But yeah. Overall, looking quite cool. He does come with two accessories. Both are reused. Just the kind of axe spear that most guards come with. I'd say 3 out of 5 guards will come with the spear. Overall, very nice. And then you do have this pistol, same pistol that comes with the other guards. I'd say 3 to 4 out of 5 guards come with this one as well. The thing that I don't like about this is that they're just not painted realistically. Now, I'm glad that they're not like the exact same weapons that come with every guard, like as far as they're not in the same paint color, and I kind of like that this paint matches some of the color on his outfit as well. But that being said, it's not a realistic paint. Just having a complete gray one is a little bit more realistic. Just having like the blade be like a brownish type of color, it doesn't feel realistic or real. I highly doubt that this was the color of his spear in the movie. I might be wrong on that, but I just do not think that that's the case. And overall, it was a little disappointing. So I'm not a big fan of the color on either of these weapons, but I'm glad that it's not just the same as everybody at least. Going over the actual sculpt, the head sculpt here is very interesting. It's kind of like a helmet with some breathing tube devices. Very cool. I do like the design because it's so different and neat. So definitely happy about that. The only thing I don't like is it's completely painted black. And I'm sure that that's completely accurate to the movie. So this isn't so much a criticism of the toy, but of the movie. Just the black look just makes it look like he should have some detailing and paint. But, because this was a cheap toy, they just didn't add it. That's the kind of feel that you get from it, which is very disappointing because I'm sure that this is completely movie accurate. I would have liked them to take a little bit of license in this head sculpt and, maybe add some silver in some places, maybe have the eyes be silver, or just to detail it a bit so it doesn't look so cheap, because it really gives off a cheap look with just a single colored face sculpt. There's just no highlights in it or just no variation in the color whatsoever, just one complete color. Very disappointing, but maybe they just felt that they needed to be 100% movie accurate, but I really think that this figure could have done well with some extra color in there, so yeah. And then, that kind of theme goes across the outfit itself. It is just like a white. It's not a pure white. It's kind of like a slightly dirtyish white. It's maybe an eggshell white, maybe. I don't quite know what type of white this is, but it's not so clean looking. It looks a little bit dirty, which is nice, but it is just a kind of plain white. There is a bit of paint splotching right there in the leg. Don't like that, but that's probably exclusive to mine. So yeah, that's a little disappointing, but not too bad. But I just wish that there was a little shading in this outfit whatsoever, you know, because it is quite plain. Other than that, sculpting wise is nice. I mean, it really looks like realistic pants. There's a lot of folds and creases and really natural look to it. So overall, very happy with that. And you know, it looks like his clothes are a bit baggy, which looks cool, and I have to say, do like that a lot. The belt is pretty nice. As you can see, it's got some pouches on it, and what's nice is it's not just plain black. They actually did paint like the buttons on the pouches, as well as the buckle on the belt. They did paint that with like a metallic, kind of brownish metallic. Overall, really nice, and I do like that. And then the brown stripe on the side is just one single color brown. It doesn't seem to be very rigid, though. It seems like it's very straight. They didn't really mess up the paint on this, really at all, which is quite nice and a little unexpected, to be quite honest. The boots here are black, but they do have like almost like a brownish metallic kind of gold kind of sprinkled into it, which is very interesting. It's very like lightly brushed on it, which I really like. It gives his shoes a little bit of a dirty look, and it doesn't make it look so cheap, I mean, this looks realistic, it's not just painted completely black. So wish that they would have done something about this head, I have to say. I've mentioned it a lot, but it's just because I feel very strongly about it. They really should have did something with him. And then the thing that's kind of unique about this character is how he has these hoses. These hoses go around his neck, so you can see them all over there. And then they go down, and then they kind of just go into his pockets, which is kind of weird, not quite sure what this is for, but overall is pretty neat. They are soft plastic, which allows you to move the leg completely forward. I wouldn't be super comfortable leaving them like this, purely because I wouldn't want to stress the plastic, but I mean, theoretically you can. I mean, you can leave them like that. Just I would hate to have one of these break or something like that. So yeah, so I wouldn't do it, but you can do it if you do want. And overall, it's kind of neat to have those hoses. Maybe if they weren't connected, it would be kind of cool, because then you wouldn't have to worry about moving them. But it's not that big of a deal. He has a ball jointed head. It goes up and down slightly, nothing too big though, and it swivels completely 360, which is nice. Ball hinge shoulders, hinge swivel wrist hinge swivel elbow with a swivel wrist. Then you get a swivel waist. Of course, like I said, I mean, you can move the waist without having too much worry about this, but I wouldn't do it too extreme, because I would hate to see those hoses break. Swivel hips, which I think is completely outdated. And it's just annoying as hell, because they keep doing it for just all their Star Wars figures, but there are a couple select Star Wars figures out there that actually have ball hinge thighs, like the Clone Wars Mace Windu and the Mandalorian Warriors from Clone Wars, as well as Darth Maul from the Phantom Menace line. There's a ton of figures that they have that have those ball hinge thighs, but for the majority, I'd say a good 80% of their figures, they're just swivel thighs, which is completely outdated and just ridiculous at this point. And we're not paying any compared to like a Marvel Universe line, which is also Hasbro and is also 3 3/4 inch. You get top-notch articulation with them, and they cost the same amount as this. So it's just very disappointing to see this old style of joints still being used to this day. They really should have fixed that a long time ago. Hinge swivel, knees with hinge swivel ankles. Do like the fact that it does have a hinge. It's not just a plain swivel. So yeah. Overall, he looks pretty cool. Let me just display him with 2 of the other guards, and I will give you a full look at my Jabba collection at the end of this review. But here's just the 2 for now, but I'll go and put them all on my Jabba display so that you can see how it all looks. Overall, very cool. I mean, he doesn't fit in super well. Without remembering him in the movie, I wouldn't see this figure and go, it looks like a guard, it looks like Jabba's guard. It doesn't at all. I mean, it's got a lot of different characteristics compared to these other 2 kind of guards. So he doesn't fit in that well, in my opinion, but he is, from the movie and everything, and he is a guard in the movie. So overall, it is worth getting him. I wouldn't recommend this for anybody unless they are either one, a completist with the Black Series and you just get all the figures, then obviously get this one. Or if you have a Jabba the Hutt collection and you just want to add to the collection. This is not a figure to get because you want the figure himself, because the character is complete crap, and the figure itself isn't really anything new or special. It doesn't have any extra articulation. The design and sculpting isn't anything great, and then the painting, in my opinion, is actually subpar. So overall, a figure that's, you know, that's great if you have a Jabba collection, but if you don't, completely not worth it, and definitely a pass for you. So yeah, so before I end this review, let me go show you the Jabba the Hutt collection so far with this guy in it. Alright, so there, as you can see, you have the Skiff guard with the other, with my Jabba the Hutt collection. As you can see, I have quite a lot of guards. I mean, I do have every modern guard that has come out since they did the vintage line, I believe, and very happy with it. Do have them all. They look awesome. Boba Fett and the whole thing. I do have the in disguise Lando, but I have him mint, so I do have him hanging up right now. But I really do think that one day I'll open that up to display him with this, as well as I do have C-3PO with Salacious Crumb, the one where he's got kind of the green goo on him, or the green blood, I don't remember, like on his face. So I do have that one in package as well, but I will open it one day to go on with this collection. Overall, it looks cool. As you can see, you do have the Skiff guard that I just reviewed right above Jabba, you know, next to his head. I might move him, but for now, I kind of want him in the background because he's not a main guard, I would say. I would never even think of him, so I like to keep the other ones that are more seen in the movie and more remembered, prominent, and closer up. But overall, very happy with how it looks, and very happy to have another guard. I mean, keep pumping these guys out. I'm sure there's a couple more that they haven't made yet that were seen in the movie, so I wouldn't mind getting a couple more. So overall, very happy. He's great to go along with your collection, but not great as a standalone figure, in my opinion. So there you go. That's my review of the Star Wars The Black Series Skiff guard figure. Thanks so much for watching.